Okay, this is most likely gonna be my first and last video in regards to the situation that's happening around us. I haven't rehearsed or written anything for this, so just be patient and bear with me. There's just a few things that I do want to address. I don't condemn, I do condemn what's going on. I tried my best to steer away from watching the videos, but as most of you know, that's all what's going on around on the Facebook and social media. So it's hard to steer away from it. It's hard to not tune into it, especially if you care about people's struggle and you care about the people in that light. I don't respect what's going on. I condemn what's going on. But I think what's important is how we react to what's going on. Me personally, I try to take a back seat from what's going on for personal reasons. But as I said, it's all over the net, it's all over social sites, so it's hard to not try and acknowledge it. To watch a live death like that, it's hard to block it out. You get me? It's hard to not tune into it. I think what I want to focus on, or what I do want to say, it's the way we are reacting to the police shootings. One of the reasons why, and I know some of you know me and know what I'm about, some of you know about the moves I've been doing, the things I've tried to create, the things I have created, and some of you know my heart and my will. I try to keep a backseat, and like I said, that's for personal reasons. One of the reasons is I felt I exerted so much energy into wanting to try and help with certain situations in regards to the police brutality, but not receiving any kind of real support in what I was doing. Also, it's hard to help those who don't really want, or I shouldn't say need the help, because in my views, certain people need that help. But if they can't recognize it for themselves, then it's just hard to get involved. It's almost like banging against brick walls. You get me? But watching live death on videos, it's that's just a different thing. You get me? This has been happening for a while now. You get me? Like, this ain't new. I think what's new is the fact that it's so open and live and public like that. You get me? So that element to it is what's shocking. You get me? But the whole killing of black people, especially in America, that's not new, and history can prove that. You get me? You only need to look into history to realize that. I feel that the more we share these videos, the more we do tune into this, it denotes some kind of reaction from us, and that reaction is what's going to be the foundation to what's going to happen next. You get me? And it's hard not to be emotional. It's hard to be unemotional about what's going on. I'm seeing a lot of people wanting to retaliate in their own way. I see a lot of people that want to try and incite violence as a retaliation, which to me isn't the way forward. All that's going to do is create more of a backlash for the black people, you get me? For us. And that's where it becomes an issue. And that's where I feel I have to just mention it a little bit, you get me? Some of you know of my history in regards to police. And those of you that have been around me, you understand why I try to take a back seat. Not only just because of the lack of support, but more so because the more I was into this, the more I became a target myself. And so I was just getting case after case after case, being arrested, etc., etc. If we start to react in a way where we want to fight back and use violence, then that gives the system means to implement new laws to clamp down on our rights. It gives them a way forward to continue to kill us, you get me? I mean, it's already bad that we don't support each other as a community, as black people, that the police have to step in and try and divide us and take us out more. Some of us on road, we ain't walking in the right path where we harming each other. Or how can I rephrase that? Some of you man them want to promote this killing and this black and black crime, which shows them how divided and how split we are and how distant we are from each other. The lack of bonds that we have towards each other is giving them more of a reason to want to try and take us out, you know? Because if we was a united community, then situations wouldn't advance the way they have. I feel they just want to push a reaction from us so that we can use that violence against them, and like I said, for them to react back and clamping down more on our lives. And we have to remember, we don't carry much guns, you get me? They are the ones with the power and the bigger guns. Not to say that we should fear them, nothing along those lines, but more so this should be a reason for us to learn more about our rights and learn more about law itself, not as a means to fight them, but more as a means to protect ourselves, you get me? Because if anything, that's all we can do, is protect ourselves, protect our community, and protect each other, you get me? I'm seeing certain men do certain videos talking about we need to bang on police, you get me? The way we bang on each other on the road, you get me? Now, I am advising against that, and from someone who has had experience being in the system, being a victim of police. That's not something that I would personally promote. As I said, the best thing that we can do right now is understand the system for what it is and start to learn the law and start to apply it. We need to start respecting each other a bit more, in a sense that we start to look out for each other a bit more. We start to create our bonds with each other so that we become one body. So that if your brother and sister's eyes, ears, nose, or any part of their body is feeling any kind of pain, we need to be in a position where we feel that same pain. So then we have a duty to relieve them from that pain. And I'm not saying in a form of fighting through violence. There's different fights and there's different levels of fighting, you get me? Protecting yourself could also be seen as a fight. I don't think protesting is helping us. I don't think that's the best avenue we should go down. I mean, we protesting for the same rights that my granddad or your granddad was probably been protesting for in their days. So that just shows that protesting isn't a thing that's really helping right now, you get me? If you want to protest, I would advise protesting in meaningful places or directing it in a meaningful way. Politicians and stuff like that, you get me? I think what got me back on, or what got me to do this video, was not because of it happening in America, because like I said, it's been happening in America for a while now. It's just you lot are starting to see it more openly and more publicly. But I did see it happen in London, which is basically on our doorsteps. Not in the manner where they're using guns, but in the same manner where they're using excessive force in a brutal way. Like 30 police officers on a couple man, or 30 police officers on one man, you get me? That's excessive. And nobody being able to do something about it, which is understandable, because none of us really know the law or know how to do something about it. I think why it's hit me so hard is the fact that it's on our doorsteps now, and all we can do is protest, protest and protest as a means to retaliating back for certain campaigners. That this Black Lives Matter movement, I'm not against it, but Black Lives Matter it's to me that quote, it's like despair and pity for us, you get me? We just having a cry and a moan. Black Lives Matter, so let's cry and moan, and let's, you know, let's be sad about it, because Black Lives Matter, you get me? I think what they want is for us to come together and start marching and protesting under the banner of Black Lives Matter, for them to try and tarnish the movement itself and then cast it as some kind of anti-establishment or anti-police movement, or some kind of terrorist type movement, you get me? Which then would give them a reason to want to clamp down on that. So the more we protest in our numbers under the banner, that's giving them more of a reason to want to, like I said, clamp down on us. And I'm talking down here in the UK, in England, What's going on in America is a reflection of what's coming to happen over here. So if we're not in a position to protect ourselves, then we will see more of what we are seeing now. You get me? I didn't want this to drag on like this, to be honest. You get me? I didn't even, you get me, flipping. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet. You know, I think the main thing I want to say, or the main thing I want to get across is learn your law, learn your rights. There's people and there's movements out there that can help with that. And some of you know me, and some of you know how to contact me. And even though I took a back seat from this whole revolution vibe and this whole, you know, this vibe, I'm willing to come back and do things and carry things on if there's real people out there that want to learn and want to jump on this thing in the right way. You get me? Right now, my focus has been, I'm trying to find something else in life in regards to find my own peace away from the struggle. You get me? 'Cause I feel at times I'm too attached to people's pain. I'm too attached to people's struggle, and it can become a detrimental thing for me, especially or only when there's that lack of support. You get me? I mean, not to be big-headed about anything, you know, but I do have answers, and there's ways of dealing with things. And those of you who know me and have followed my cases and followed my situations with police, you understand that I'm in a position to be able to deal with certain things. But right now, I need, if anything, people to be serious about wanting to learn law and protect themselves regarding law, you know, and using law in that light. And like I said, not as a means of violence, but as a means of protection. So if you do want to go down that route, and if you're feeling the same pain that I'm feeling, and you want to do something about something, then you can get in contact with me, and we'll start going through this whole law process and get you in a position to understand the system and be able to protect yourself. Again, I'm gonna say, steer away from talking in a hateful manner and in a revengeful manner, because you're going to become a target yourself, and you'll start getting surveillanced, if anything, and that's going to stop you from being in a position to protect yourself and others. You get me? So you want to keep your intentions quiet. You want to organize yourself quiet. So you got to be smart about things. If all we have is our emotions, then who really can we protect? You get me? Cause we lose logic when we start getting emotional. I swear down, we lose our logic. You get me? So to finish it shortly, just get at me, and I'm willing to jump back on this thing. You get me? So utilize my skill set and utilize what I have set up in the past, because it's still there. You get me? And certain random are still there. We're just waiting for you to jump on board. So if you want to jump on board, then trust you've got the support from what we've already set up or what we already have. It's just at the moment We can only do so much with very few men. You get me? Yeah, man. Peace.